Why am I talking about my conversation as trajectory? It is because unless a projectile is taken on a particular, to hit a target, it requires a trajectory. If India is to challenge the world and become the third largest economy, or I wish it becomes second largest economy in the world in a short while, we have to focus. And why am I talking about? Again, I'm coming back to the tourism opportunity. If we go to Athens in Greece, it's a very small town when compared to India. Or Chennai, it is a very small town. But the airport is very small. It's not as big as what we have the massive airports in Bangalore or in Cochin or in Delhi or in Chennai. No, it doesn't have that massive. But there are 100 gates in one side and another 100 gates on the other side for check-in alone. So you can imagine the passenger flow there to have 100 gates. That means 200 gates are available for passenger check-in. And you have approximately, many of them use their EU passport, so they have two different types of passport immigration, one for non-EU and for one is EU. And they have about 10, 25 counters just for checking in the passengers who come in, immigration. So when you look at 200 gates working 24 hours a day, imagine the manpower required to maintain those 200 gates. Imagine the amount of security people you need to have the security going. Imagine the amount of people to maintain the airports, to keep it clean, away from infection and from dirt and filth, the amount of employment you are going to generate. So, we must concentrate on what our resources we have, not follow the herd and try to say this is what is right. It can work in what I would say in a testing lab or in a theoretical book written by X, Y, and Z. It can work in a research program. But practicality is different. Each country is different, each opportunity is different, each type of person is different. And unless you have the knowledge of that particular thing, it will be only a lab testing. And if you try to copy the lab research report in a place where that cannot apply, you are going to see chaos rather than a benefit arising out of it. See, so what are our strengths and what are our weaknesses is what area which we have to look at. We have lost time in the last 25 years. Our people, our youngsters have lost the aspiration. Aspiration is a very important matter that will help in bringing out a man's interest in his life. But over the period, the freebies have destroyed the person's aspiration. They do not know where the next meal is going to come from. And they do not know what are the opportunities available. We have not focused on our education on practicality. Rather, we are focused on education which will give exporting material to other countries, not that will be useful for our country. So, I'm not blaming the education. I'm just saying that and we should not miss the opportunity and we should be able to give the sufficient information to our youngsters to aspire. And if you give that aspiration to the people, the youngsters, you are going to see wonders coming through. And when you start moving people from one end of India to another, it's not going to be the A wala, B wala, C wala, D wala. It is going to be an Indian diaspora moving as Indians throughout India, taking India forward. And that aspiration is what we have to hit on the youngsters to take India to a next level. And one of the major areas which can definitely help you, I'll continue with the same topic of tourism for a few more talks, because that is where you have the strengths on which we can grow further and help our country take it to the next trajectory. Thank you.